What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie 988, coming at you live once again through the power of that internet, and you're listening to the Big Stack Podcast, once again featuring the boys from twitch.tv/big_breakfast. It's my friend Ellis and Jacob. Ellis, how's your week been?
My week is great. I've been having a wonderful time. I made chicken and pesto, and I'm super full right now, so unlike last time, I won't be starving through the whole podcast.
Oh man, now I'm hungry.
Oh, sorry, I've ruined it. I've ruined everything. Cancel the episode. We're done.
I had salmon for breakfast. Is that a mud kit behind you? To your right? It looks like a mud kit.
Stage right? Or
your physical
no,
right.
either way, it doesn't matter because I don't own a mud kit.
Okay, because it looks like a mud kit back there next to that Final Fantasy poster.
It's a Hadouken.
No, it's that one. Yeah, that side. What is that?
That's a Timo hat.
Oh, I've seen that Timo hat.
Green.
Well, it kind of looks green-blue to me with all the filters and stuff that's going on right now. Jacob, how's your week?
It'd be better if I could get a win in Tetris 99. Keep coming in 10th place.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. For you?
No Tetramino Royale or
Is
whatever.
That what it's called?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I've never gotten one.
I managed a 14th place. That's the best I can do.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Fourth is the best I've done. Yeah.
So, I'm very impressed. Okay, I played it one time and got like 46th or something. So you guys are much better Tetramen than me.
So for those of you who are listening to the podcast and are not aware of this latest Nintendo Direct, at the moment of that Nintendo Direct, they gave away a free video game. It is Tetris.
Yeah, they did.
Battle Royale Tetris. 99 players enter to play Tetris at each other. One person walks away victorious. So if you ever play two-player Tetris, you know when you get a Tetris or you clear a line, it'll add a line to your opponent's stuff. So you pick one of those people at random, one of the 99 that are left, or you can target somebody. When you get a cleared line, you will add a line to them, and you get a Tetris, it really screws them up. And so sometimes, this is what Jacob was complaining about earlier, sometimes you just get targeted by 5 people, and then those 5 people just fill you up immediately, and you just die.
Yeah, your board goes from all clear to immediately full, and then your last piece drops and you instantly die. And there's nothing you could do about it.
And I really want to complain about that game because of that factor, but they were like, what should we charge for this? Nothing. Whatever. Just give it to them. They can have it.
$0. There's I looked, I can't find a way to give them money.
Yep.
I tried, and they wouldn't let me.
Yep.
I don't know what's up with that.
Enjoy our free video game. It's like a benefit of owning a Switch because you can't play it anywhere else. It's a Switch-only thing.
Yeah.
And I guess Ubisoft is the people that kind of own Tetris now. So is Ubisoft's name even connected to this in any way?
I'd have to check. I don't know. I don't know.
Weird way to support the Switch. But yeah, that's going to be one of our focuses this week. We want to talk a little bit about the Nintendo Direct, and then we want to ask and answer some weird questions and some basic questions as well. And I do want to talk a little bit about Anthem and their final look, our final week before release. If you've have access to the early access, you're already playing that game, and we got a chance to look at the microtransactions. Let's talk a little bit about that, more about that Nintendo Direct. What stuck out to you, Jacob?
Well, I mean, mostly Mario Maker 2 and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Redux or whatever that one is.
Because I mean, is it a remake? Is it a remaster? Because it's completely different. It's not like they just tweaked some graphical settings or anything.
It looks like they rebuilt the game with this new game engine that has these graphics. I don't know any more information.
How much it'll change. Yeah, I never played the original one, so I'm hoping that I will get to enjoy it the same way that I liked Resident Evil 2 Remaster Redux, the re-inning, because I never played the first Resident Evil 2. That's a weird sentence, man. Video games, way to go. Yeah, I'm excited for that one for this exact same reason. It'll be a brand new experience for me. I get to play a new Zelda game, so that's fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
I want to go back to Mario Maker for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about Mario.
Oh, yeah, let's make
because that was one of my favorite games on the Wii U, and I think it was worth buying a Wii U just straight up for only that game. Like the $300 bundle that came with that game, it was worth it just for that.
You got Smash too?
Yeah, plus you had Smash, plus you had a Zelda game, plus you had some great stuff, but you could have just got that and you would have been happy. And so we all wondered where that port was coming. Why has this not been brought over to the Switch? Well, it looks like they wanted to make a true sequel because it looks like there was so much work involved in porting it over anyway since it was built from the ground up for Wii U that they decided if we're going to put all the extra work into it, let's make a new title entirely. And they added a lot of the features that we wanted. At least slopes are in and it looks like a bunch of new stuff as well. I hope we get vertical levels, up and down levels. Because
That would be cool. Absolutely, yeah.
that was one of my biggest requested features last time. But yeah, just more Mario Maker. And plus another chance to be one of the early people to create an early level, so it virals out. You build one on day one, and hopefully we can get some really cool levels built. Plus, I think you're gonna have a lot of people who really tinkered with Mario Maker 1 who are gonna make some really insane stuff on day one for Mario Maker 2.
They'll be old pros.
But it's the real fun in Mario Maker is not just making the levels, man. It's just the ridiculous stuff people will make with those tools. Now, there was a rumor for a while that they might have not been working on Mario Maker. They were working on a Zelda Maker instead, which I think wouldn't have worked as well. But here's the thing about Mario Maker. What else do you do with Mario anymore, right? Like, you can do Mario Odyssey. When it comes to 3D games, it's great. But did either of you get the Wii U port for Super Mario, New Super Mario... I don't even know what that one's called.
Oh,
for
like
Wii
New
U.
Super Mario World or something.
Yes, New Super Mario
3D Land or whatever.
New Super Mario U Deluxe, I think is what they called it.
Because it's a side scroller. Land and World are 3D games.
And
okay, got it.
And the problem is they
behind on Mario.
They don't really innovate on the art style. They don't really innovate on the enemies. They don't really innovate on much. And what is new in that game is just boring. Right, like, because we have to scale a Mario game. The first 3 levels have to be relatively easy, and that's boring for veterans. And then the last few worlds have to be a little bit harder. But you want kids to be able to beat the game, and so you don't want to make them too insane. Mario Maker levels, completely insane. Like, there are levels that you will never beat, that have like a 0.01% chance clear rate. So enjoy the insanity that is a Mario Maker game. And Link's Awakening looks amazing. It is really weird because when you go in, you got to keep in mind, Wart from Super Mario World, or sorry, Super Mario Brothers 2 makes an appearance in Link's Awakening.
See that weird pink blob?
No, he's the big toad guy.
Oh, okay.
Not like Toad like in the Mushroom Toad, but as in like an actual frog thing. And then like Goombas are in that game too, which is weird. And they showed Goombas in the trailer, right?
And that big old egg looks like a Yoshi egg.
Right, and so what was weird about Link's Awakening is they kind of blended it with Super Mario Brothers a little bit, and I think, I'm not an expert, so you might have to forgive me, I didn't Wikipedia this or anything, but I think Link's Awakening, the title implies it's a dream anyway, the same way Super Mario Brothers 2 was a dream, so you can do whatever you want to with it, right?
I never thought about that.
So maybe that's what's going on there, maybe he's dreaming about the same world, because Wart shows up in the Super Mario Brothers 2 dream. So maybe Wart shows up in Link's dream too. Maybe Wart's the Freddy Krueger of the Nintendo-verse.
So I got a question for you guys, and this is not a weird question that I got from anybody, unfortunately. I wish I could give credit. This came to me when you mentioned that the speculation was that we might get like a Zelda Maker, and that sounds pretty rad. Like, I would be excited to see that. What Maker game would you want the most? We've got RPG Maker. It could be Zelda Maker. And to give you guys a chance to think about that, my answer would be I want a Parappa the Rappa Maker. Where you just have to make rap songs for people.
Okay, that's cool.
That would be great, right? It's like a rhythm game, but you have to design the levels for it.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I think, and we kind of already have this because this game has Steam Workshop. I want to Slay the Spire Maker, where you get to like design enemies and bards and that sort of thing. That sounds like a lot of fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun, yeah.
Depending on what the boss structure could be like, a Metroid Maker or a Castlevania Maker or a Metrovania Maker, just like combine them, right?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That'd be insane.
What about like a Binding of Isaac Maker?
Yeah, I would love to see that too.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Because instead of like randomly generated, you could like craft runs basically.
Oh, why, Ed? I'm gonna send this to Ed when this goes live.
Ed,
why is that not a thing, man?
Hey, Ed.
Like, I'm just
a call for me.
DM immediately and be like, "Hey, listen to this part of the podcast. Why is this not a thing?" I wonder what that could be. Because, like, I don't know, but yeah, I would love to see a Metroidvania Maker. That would be amazing. Because there's been some really good Metroidvania games in the last year, like Dead Cells, which is kind of different, but still. And then one I just realized came to Xbox. It's a free game this month. It's Bloodstain. Is it Bloodstain? Yeah, you should play that game. It's good. I forget the name of it. Blood something. But it is good, and it's free on Xbox this month.
Simple?
Bloodstain Curse of the Night, I think is the name of it.
Okay, that sounds like that definitely sounds like the name of a video game. Bloodstain Curse of the Night XX.
Yeah, the other game free on Xbox this month was Bomberman R.
What does the R stand for?
Return this to GameStop.
Bomberman, return this to GameStop.
Yeah, that's what it means. It's bad.
Return this Xbox Live game to GameStop. Put it on a thumb drive. Go down to your local GameStop.
What else was in that Nintendo Direct, Jacob?
Well, so most of what they talked about was not necessarily stuff I was interested in, but the big thing that they were talking about was Fire Emblem 3 Houses? Yeah, 3 Houses.
There's 3 of those houses.
Which they didn't show any real gameplay from. I would imagine you could expect Fire Emblem gameplay from this Fire Emblem game, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really a Fire Emblem kind of guy.
Yeah.
As somebody who likes tactics RPGs, I'm also not a Fire Emblem kind of guy. It's too much the dating sim and not enough the tactics game.
Yep.
Notably, they did not talk about Animal Crossing or whatever Pokemon game is supposed to be coming out. And
Yeah, so-
those were the 2 things I was looking for.
So
A lot of people were salty about that.
here's the thing about the Animal Crossing line. It's not like it's perfect for a mobile system or anything. It's not like it's meant to be played every day, like daily stuff changing in the game. And it's not like you want to play it for a really long time, like there's seasonal stuff in the game or anything like that.
Absolutely,
And it's
yeah.
not like you want to play it in like short bursts where you'll just log in for a short, like 10 minutes and then go collect some stuff and then take it back and sell it and rearrange some stuff in your house.
Right,
And it's
you
not
wouldn't
like
want
it
to
has-
play it on a commute or anything like that.
It's not like it has compelling gameplay that makes you want to collect stuff and organize stuff and like it's not a system. It's not a game that works well on the system, and it certainly shouldn't have been a launch title. And why would we release one 2 years out? That would be stupid. Come on, literally, that system is made for Animal Crossing. What am I smoking the crazy grass? What's happening?
Okay, here's my
But you
tinfoil
are,
hat. All
first
right.
of all.
Maybe the reason we haven't heard about it yet is because it is so perfect for it. There's also those like super discreet rumors about maybe we're gonna get like the Switch Pro or the Switch 2 or the Switch 1.5 or whatever. Maybe it's gonna be the Animal Crossing version.
Maybe.
Maybe they want to tie that in together. It's like, hey, get your new Switch 2. It comes with Animal Crossing, and it's got a picture of Isabelle on the back,
I mean, listen,
engraved in there.
Oh,
I would buy that. All I'm saying is they said Animal Crossing was coming out in 2019, and here we are, 2.5 months into
It's almost
2019.
over.
We still don't even have it. It's unacceptable.
And
This is
where-
unacceptable, Nintendo.
and I at least want some information about a new Pokemans. Like, show me at least more
Yeah.
than one new Pokemon.
One
You know.
new Pokemon, please. Pokemon.
Like, can we slow roll the information? Because I need a Pokemans. Feel like Pokemon is not a game you want to stealth release, and Animal Crossing is not a game you want to stealth release. Here's a game they did stealth release. I was surprised they even got a code for it. It was Crackdown 3, because there's like the promotion for that is non-existent right now. They're just not talking about that game.
Well, having
It wasn't
watched
even in
you
the
play
Nintendo
it,
Direct.
having watched you play it for a while, Boogie, I am not surprised that they're not out telling everybody how great that game is.
Well, okay, so obviously I did get a review code. It's very important that you remember that. And if you ever want to ask yourself, is Boogie nicer to games that he got a review code for? This is going to answer your question. I enjoyed the 8 hours or so I played of that game to grind through the campaign. It was as samey as it gets. It was just, I got a little bit more powerful and I did a little bit more damage and I got a little more agile and I could drive a little bit better. It's basically the difference between the beginning and the end. No crazy weird powers. Just like you got a ground slam and you could jet a little further. And it was kill the same 12 bases, the same 12 outposts, the same 12 factories in different locations over and over and over again until you unlock the boss, then you go kill the boss of that faction. And it is clunky, and it is not challenging, because the only way this game challenges you is by throwing more monsters, or more mechs and more bots and more vehicles at you, but you are pretty much invulnerable until you're not, and then you die. But then it doesn't matter because you just restart anyway. And there's no aiming even in the game, which is fine. You just kind of, because you're moving a lot, and that's why. But you kind of,
So you just lock on?
yeah, you lock on and hold down the button while trying to avoid damage the whole time. And so I just focused on explosive weapons, which just allowed me to just fire one rocket and then move on to the next target, knowing that those rockets with my high explosive skill would murder anything, except the really high-end mechs or a boss. And so I've focused mobility for the most part. Terry Crews was fun in the game. That was probably the best part of the game. Is Terry Crews is in it. But this
is he in it as Terry Crews, or is he just voice acting a character?
He's just voice acting a character. I mean, no, his face is in there too. I mean, it looks like Terry Crews. One of the agents is just, his name is not Terry Crews. It's like Morgan or something like that. But it may as well have been Terry. It would have been great if it was. But it felt like a game that...
You don't even play as Terry Crews?
No, you play as a character that looks exactly like Terry Crews, is voiced by Terry Crews, but it's not Terry Crews.
Wait, okay, but you do play as that.
Right. It's one of the like 9 agents, or maybe it's 12 agents you can unlock and play. You start off as Terry Crews.
When there are 12 agents and one of them is Terry Crews, there's only one agent.
Right, that's exactly it. Yeah, eventually I like traded over to the fat bearded guy for like a day, and it was like, I'm going back over.
What are the differences between the agents?
They'll get XP in certain areas quicker. So like Terry's, the default one, he gets a 5% bonus to strength training and 5% bonus to explosives training. Whereas like one of the agents that you have to find like the DNA orb for got like a 10% to firearms and 5%. So like straight up, Terry only gets 10% bonuses, but this person got 15% bonuses for unlocking.
Power creeping Terry Crews.
Yeah, and so like there is an incentive to try different agents and stuff and unlock them all. And so it's an open world game that feels like it came out in 2009. It should have come out in 2009. It doesn't innovate. It looks pretty good on the Xbox One X sometimes, but it doesn't innovate on the formula. It doesn't do anything neat. It doesn't do anything cool or interesting. It's just more of that type of game, that Far Cry style, Crackdown style, Saints Row 3 style. Saints Row 4 took the formula, invented on the formula, went nuts with the formula. That's what Crackdown 3 should have done. It should have went crazy with it. It didn't. It just did the same thing the previous Crackdown games did. It just doesn't do anything. And so it's fun if you want to play more Crackdown.
Okay.
And you want it to look like an old game, because it does look like an old game.
Yeah, I was looking at it, you playing it last night, and it looked like an Xbox 360 game. Which is, whatever. If your mechanics are very good, then fine, have your game look like whatever. I still have more questions about the agents in this skill system. So each one has like different bonuses that they level the skills up faster.
Right.
Do those skills carry over no matter what agent you're playing, or are you leveling?
Okay.
Yeah. So right. Hey, I'm going to use explosives for a while. I'll probably play this guy. Or I'm going to play Terry Crews for a while because I'm probably going to punch people for a while.
Is there a narrative explanation why if you get Terry Crews all buff and stuff, and then you change to the fat bearded guy, he's strong?
It's programming. And so you're basically cloning agents, and then they have like a script, and then you just load that script into the clone.
And Terry Crews' script is just sort of better at understanding how rockets explode.
Right, because of who he was before he became an agent. He was like, I already had a pretty good understanding of beating people to death with my fists, and I was already pretty strong. So now when I get into this world, and you're playing this programming in me, now I'm going to innovate on punching, I guess. I don't know, man. It don't make no sense.
Innovate on punching.
Yeah. But it was like I enjoyed the 8 hours of just pure chaos. But it's the perfect game for Game Pass, because if you have Game Pass, you're paying that $10 a month, or you're paying that $60 a year. This is a game you're getting for free, with that purchase, and boy, is it well worth it. Don't pay $60 for this game. Buy years worth of Game Pass. And this is also a Play Anywhere game, so if you get it on Xbox, you also get it on PC. If you get it on PC, you also get it on Xbox, which is great. If you have Game Pass on PC, you get it for free there too. The Game Pass library is very slim on PC still. It's much more robust on Xbox. But
it's pretty bad there.
If you paid for Game Pass to get
now, I can just not play that game twice.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. Yeah, it's perfectly skippable, which is a real shame because it was going to be one of their flagship games. And so Microsoft, if somebody's from Microsoft is listening, here's my question: what is going on with your company? Do you understand that you don't just make Windows and consoles? You also make video games. You have to make video games, and they have to be special, and they have to be interesting, and they have to be exclusive, and they have to be nice, and they have to be good. And Crackdown 3 was an okay game. It was an okay game. I will give you are correct in that it is a game. But it doesn't do anything innovative. It doesn't do anything crazy. It doesn't do anything. It's more of the same. And
what a scathing review.
Right.
It's an okay game.
Like I didn't hate it. I finished it. I played through it.
It's not a pile of garbage, right?
It functions.
Not like you were upset about it. It seems to work. When we were watching you play it, it wasn't like buggy and falling apart. But that, if anything, might have made it a little bit. It would have stood out, right? It was very skippable. It was very just. Oh yeah, this is a video game.
It seemed like a safe game, right? I was watching Boogie play it last night, and he was playing it for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours while I was watching. He didn't seem mad or upset. He was just like zoned out, moving around in a world, and then it was over, and he was like, that was all right, I guess.
Right, and when you look at the genre, I still haven't played Just Cause 4. I have that to play. I have Far Cry New Dawn coming out this week. That's a $40 title, and it looks more modern, and it probably innovates more. And I haven't played it, I haven't started yet, but that's, I'm paying $40 for that game. I should have only paid $40 for, I guess I got Crackdown for free, but people should only be paying $40 or less, $30 for Crackdown 3, I think. And the multiplayer is abysmal. There's 2 multiplayer modes, and it's all about the destruction of the environment, but the environment is it looks like you're in a simulation, which is probably what it actually is meant to be, and so everything shatters, but it doesn't feel like you're leveling a city or anything. It feels like you're leveling through this stuff made of glass, and it's computer simulated glass anyway, so it doesn't make you feel powerful or strong, and the game modes aren't particularly great, and the combat's not particularly great. And I opened multiplayer, I slugged through 20 minutes of it, like 2 matches, 3 matches, and I'm like, I'll never feel the need to do that again. It was like...
That sounds bad.
It was not great. So the game just felt very uninspired, and I think the reason being is because it was originally supposed to be all about cloud computing. It was all supposed to be like total destruction, leveling cities, leveling environments, and that's not what it turned out to be. So it's a real disappointment.
Did they ever explain why that happened? Like what fell apart in production?
Because they were planning to use cloud computing, right? Now imagine you sold 10 million copies of this game, and you have 10 million people playing this game in the first week. How do you cloud compute that? Right? You can't charge $60 for that game and then rent out a server farm the size of a football stadium. Right? And so it's just not affordable. The math just doesn't work, the financial math. Right? And so, I mean, you're talking World of Warcraft costs without the $15 a month. How do you and I mean, eventually we'll get there. I think next generation, there are going to be diskless, hard drive-less versions of consoles. That's going to happen sometime during the next generation. But they wanted that to be this generation, and it just wasn't possible with bad internet and with bad everything else. Yeah,
sure. We just weren't there yet.
Right. So that's what they wanted to do. They failed to do it. And it's okay. I mean, Crackdown 3 is not a failure. It's definitely a game you can play. And it's got a story.
I mean, that's good.
And you can shoot a bunch of bots. So...
hey, let's take a question, because this is kind of related to what launched us into this, and also to one of my new favorite video games, Apex Legends. This is from, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, because I'm going to use your Twitch name, which is Cibion, Cibion, and this is multi-part. So let me get through this.
Cibion.
Do you guys think that games need build-ups? E3 3-year overhype, and then you get disappointed with delays and subpar game by comparison. Apex Legends released and just blew up, despite not ever being talked about like at all. Do you think it could survive with games just being dropped with basically no buildup like that? Like Crackdown, for example, or another game. So basically, how important do you think it is to build hype for your game?
I think it depends on the game.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
When I think about what I was talking about last time, where EA's business model most of the time is not to really concern themselves with making a good game. It's just to hype up a game and make something that looks good in a trailer and drop it and get you to pay up front for it or pre-order it, so that they don't really have to worry if their game is good and is going to sell 1 million units like Apex Legend happened to do. They just get to make all their money up front.
Sure.
So I could go on for this about an hour, but okay. So there are some video games that you have to market because this game is not going to succeed otherwise, right? You're going to see Mass Effect Andromeda might be a good example, right?
Sure.
But then you've got plenty of games that are exceptionally good that no one ever hears about because they
Slay the Spire, I'm looking at you.
Right, they don't get the word of mouth that they deserve.
I was going to ask about, do you think Dead Cells would have succeeded if there wasn't the whole controversy around Dead Cells? Do you think it would have blown up as much as it did?
It would have never been as famous. Absolutely not. But it would have sold well.
It deserves it, right? It's a fantastic game.
And so you can't count on viral marketing, and that means it's important to market Absolutely. I think certain titles, certain franchises, certain games have like a guaranteed number of sales in it. An indie game, a small indie developer like the people who make Slay the Spire, really, if they don't market, they have no chance, right? Or if there's going to be such a narrow window for word of mouth. Then we've seen trendsetters like PewDiePie, who just played Magic this last week, and I want to talk about that at some point too.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that.
But Flappy Bird was a nothing stupid mobile game that nobody cared about, and then it became a national trend, a worldwide trend because Felix played it. So, I mean, it's possible for a game to succeed based only on word of mouth, but you can't count on it. It's possible for a game to succeed through marketing, but then you can have the Mass Effect Andromeda thing where it gets unmarketed by too much marketing. Not delivering on hype can crash your game. Hyping it too much can crash your game. Yeah, it's such a fickle thing, dude.
Apparently, they're doing better, actually.
Oh, yeah, it became a fun game. Sea of Thieves as well became a very interesting game that now has a very steady following. And that's what those games should have always had. No Man's Sky should have never been something that PlayStation shoved down your throat. It should have been a very niche game that was for the people who wanted to play that kind of niche game, which is what it's become. Sea of Thieves should never have been a flagship title. Everybody's going to want to play this. This is the next Call of Duty. Don't shove it down people's throats. Let the people who are interested in that find it, play it, and they're going to love it, right? But you shouldn't mass market niche games like that. It's the same with Slay the Spire. Not everybody wants to play a deck building card game. They should, right? But that's a really good deck building card game. Yeah. Oh, so Felix, God love us, PewDiePie, the toxic monster that is Felix, played Magic the Gathering over the last week.
Now, he played Magic the Gathering Arena,
the digital version.
Right.
Now, the way he did this was brilliant. He titled the video Angry White People because that is the name of his deck. And the thumbnail for the video was the Planeswalker Teferi. And so then for the next 12 minutes, he just plays a few rounds of Magic with his deck. And that's it. He's like, I played Magic when I was a kid. I found the digital version. We've been playing it every day since it came out. I wanted to share this game that I love with you. And then he played the game. And then the internet lost its mind because PewDiePie fans did what they always do. Hey, this is interesting. I'm going to go download it. I'm going to go check it out. 10,000, maybe 100,000, maybe 250,000 people got turned on to this game, which is a great thing, Wizards of the Coast. But there's a bunch of people in like the Magic community that are like, oh my God, he is basically the devil. I hate him. I can't believe he's touched our game. We don't want that kind of representation. Dude, if you own Magic cards and the most influential influencer on the entire platform of YouTube wants to play your game, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Your Jace just gained 10% value because PewDiePie played that game. Your EDH deck is now worth 10% more money. 20% more money. He's going to I can't believe that we're in a world where a Magic player who likes the game of Magic sees the most influential influencer on the entire platform play their game and get mad about it. That's the world we live in now. I can't believe it.
It's weird to be mad. I guess it depends on like where you're directing it. If you're just like, I fucking hate Felix, that guy's, he's the scum of the earth, then be mad at him, right? But don't be mad at him for playing a game you like because it's not like he took anything away from the game that you like. Right. Don't be mad at Magic because it's not like it's their faults or anything.
Right.
Like,
right.
I understand what you're saying about the benefits, but the whole reaction to it doesn't really make sense to me anyway, because if you hated PewDiePie before, why does it matter if he's now doing a thing that you like?
Here's what
I continue to hate him.
Here's what I wish I was a fly on the wall at Wizards of the Coast the moment that video went live, because being someone who has been told directly by Wizards of the Coast, I don't want to work with you. We don't like your politics. Which is fair. Again, that's fair. You don't have to work with me, Wizards of the Coast. I don't blame you at all, right? But now they have PewDiePie, who they definitely are not going to like his politics, boy. Let me tell you what. They're not going to like the way he jokes and his way he presents himself at all. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. Like, do we ban him from Magic Arena? No, we can't do that. We can't do this. Do we ban him from playing physical Magic? He doesn't have a DCI number, sir. We can't do that either. Do we do we thank him then? Like, do we send him like a
Do we
box of magic?
renounce
Oh
him
no,
on
like,
Twitter?
right? Do we like? How do we? What are we supposed to do? Because our community is, as we all know, completely batshit insane. So how do we? I don't know what we're, and what they did eventually was the correct thing, which was nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the correct thing is to do
Right.
nothing, right?
Right? Just don't look the gift horse in the mouth and enjoy it, and just keep making a good product and sell it to people.
That'd be great. I would like for them to just keep making a good product and sell it.
Yeah,
too.
but
That'd be wonderful.
But boy, I hope that Felix just makes a magic channel at this point. I'd love to see I'd like to see Magic Mondays with
Was he any good at it?
PewDiePie
I've
and
never
a British
watched him
soldier.
play.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He made it to Mythic. No, he made it to the level
Jesus.
below Mythic.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he was grinding to Mythic, and I think he thought in the video he was going to hit Mythic, but instead he hit the one just below Mythic, so Diamond 4. Right?
Okay.
And he's like, well, I'm going to keep going till I hit Mythic.
Pewds
Way
is
to go.
higher ranked in Magic Arena than I am.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
But it's
That's not okay.
So go subscribe if you like Magic the Gathering. Go subscribe to PewDiePie. Played it at least once. Maybe he'll play it again. Let's encourage him to do it. And if it makes Wizards of the Coast feel really bad, then it's super funny to me. So I love you, Wizards of the Coast, and I also love your video game, and I hope that keeps you awake at night.
I love you, Wizards of the Coast. I'll work with you. We'll have a lot of fun.
I would work with you.
Relationship.
I would
Make out
love.
or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, invite me to the office. I would like to come hang out at some point.
Let me make magic cards for you. I'm very good at it. I promise some of them won't have Cascade.
1 blue, 1 white, instant. Search your vampire for a target library.
Ooh.
If you succeed,
There's a whole library in
find.
that boy.
if you fail to find, sacrifice all dwarves you control. Draw a card.
Okay. Suitable cost. Suitable cost.
1 blue,
Yeah.
reveal your deck to your opponent. Draw a card. You
Sick.
lose the game.
Oh man, this got way worse. I'm not a fan of this design anymore.
No. Hold on. Here's the thing about that one, though. Your
Yeah.
opponent, the way that card is worded, your opponent has to keep the cards in the correct order, and if they mess up the order, you just call a judge on them.
Oh. Couldn't they just tap it though? Just be like, I don't want to. Because you reveal it, so you also
That's
have
true.
to keep them in
That's
the
true.
correct.
That's true.
This is a dangerous card. Okay.
One-
Enough
let's-
magic, I'm sure.
Hold on before we go. 1 red.
Oh,
Got
okay.
one more.
One
yeah.
red. Reveal your Pokemon collection to your opponent.
Is that it?
I want
That's the whole thing?
I want to
You
show
have
you.
to pay 1 red. Hey, let me show you my Pokemon.
Let me show you my
cards. I don't really
Pokemon
want to
cards.
see that. Well,
But-
I cast this card.
Right.
Now you gotta look.
Right, that's what the card does. It makes them look at your Pokemon collection. They have to admire your Pokemon collection or lose the game.
They have to admire it.
They have to admire your Pokemon.
At least one genuine compliment
Yeah.
is required, or it's a game loss.
All right, you got any weird questions for us?
Oh boy, do I have a weird question.
You're weird with it.
Nice.
This is from Yuki Uzumaki.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
All right, and
Sure.
here are the 3 options:
Oh, boy.
gelatinous cube, beholder, mimic.
Gelatinous Cube, for
What is
those
the
of you who
mimic
don't
of?
play Dungeons and Dragons, Gelatinous Cube is a giant dungeon hallway shaped ball of jello that will consume your flesh when you touch it.
With
Yes.
a cube of Jello.
It's a cube of Jello that wants to eat you.
Right.
Then we have a Beholder, which is a giant round monster with a bunch of eye stalks, and it floats and it shoots magic out of each eye, different magic from each eye stalk. And what's the third monster?
A mimic.
A mimic is don't think like a mimic that can mimic you, that could turn into don't think
Not like the movie Mimic.
right. It is a treasure chest. It looks like a treasure chest, but it's also a live monster that will eat you.
Whenever you open it, it's all sticky, and you stick to it, and it's it opens up, and there's just like a mouth in there, and it just bites you and eats you. If you've ever played Dark Souls, there's
They're in
mimic
Dark Souls.
in Dark Souls.
I will have
Okay.
sex with all 3, kill all 3 for the XP.
Oh, that's
Marry
interesting.
marry none of them.
All right.
Marry none of them.
Not
Okay.
really in the spirit of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but I respect the decision.
Listen, you're after the XP. No, I get it. I get it. I'm fucking the gelatinous cube.
But that's going to dissolve your penis.
I don't need it because
That's why I'm killing the cube.
I'm marrying the beholder.
I'm marrying the Beholder. I'm gonna fuck the Mimic though.
Ooh, no, that
'Cause,
seems.
look, the beholder and I, like, they're intelligent, and we could like have a conversation. I got to spend the rest of my life with this beholder.
Yeah.
The mimic, I mean, in Dark Souls, they are mostly tongue.
And
right?
leg. They're tongue and leg.
Tongue and leg.
I guess it's some people's
All right.
thing. Fair enough.
So
And then I'm killing a cube.
so the beholder has a polymorph stalk.
Prob.
So
Sometimes, yeah.
can she polymorph herself into something you would want to have sex with?
I mean, as far as I understand, that's how polymorph works. I don't know if the beholder's a male or a female. Do they have genders? Are there gendered?
Yeah,
As far as I know, I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
But don't be homophobic, dude.
Well, that's not me being. I'm just curious about.
You're already marrying a monster. It doesn't matter if it has a beholder penis or not.
Well, that's my point. That's why I was trying to find out if they do, because they don't. I don't think they have those.
Well, they don't in any of the drawings in the books, but I think they have to have them.
I don't think beholders have genitalia.
Yeah, I don't think they do at all.
They are born of evil on another plane.
I don't know if they even have. I don't know if they have like genders at all.
I don't think they do.
Because I don't know if they have sexes or genders.
I know gelatinous cubes.
I definitely have seen one where,
because you would see them if they did, because they're clear.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely have seen a beholder wearing a cowboy hat. I don't know if that resolves
any
cowgirl
hat.
Yeah, see, men and women can both wear cowboy hats. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Not enough.
Right.
Shoot. Thought that was going to be the thing.
No, that's not enough.
Well,
Did he have little
I'm going to be honest.
for his eye stalks?
No, it was small enough. It went between the stalks.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh.
Listen, that's why I'm gonna fuck the gelatinous cube. It solves all of the problems with me and the beholder trying to get busy. It's not gonna come up. That's not what we're in the relationship for.
But if the beholder already can't get busy, it's already not gonna come up, and you still have a dongler.
Well, I don't have a dongler now.
But I'm saying if you don't fuck the cube, you don't want to retain a dongler.
Here's the thing. I mean, if you give,
like whatever.
If you let a beholder give you oral sex, you're in some serious trouble. Because they got
a lot of teeth.
Boy.
They got a lot of teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I mean, like, so do mimics.
That's true.
Mimics got a lot of teeth. Also,
but they got more tongue than teeth.
They're all sticky on the inside because you're not supposed to be able to get away.
Right. Yeah.
Like, whatever you put in there, you're losing no matter what.
I don't know. Maybe
there is no good answers here.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those no good answers. But
I would fall on a sword in the Dungeons and Dragons universe.
I'm going to be honest. I think Boogie came up with the good answer, which was kill them all for the XP
and the treasure.
And the treasure, which some of them might have.
Yeah. But what if I kill the beholder?
Cubes don't have treasure.
They do whatever they ate previously.
They don't have pockets.
No, but whatever's
they are one big pocket.
Right,
just a big pocket.
But no, okay, but they're giant glass like gel things. So what happens is, they will absorb and devour an adventure. Whatever that adventure was carrying, they can't digest a lot of that. So swords and some stuff are on the loot table for a gelatinous cube because you might find them after they've eaten their previous husband. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
And now whatever that guy was carrying that has not fully dissolved yet. Perhaps a scroll inside a metal scroll container. Or perhaps
who's the weirdo that married the gelatinous cube? Who does that?
Yeah,
who would marry the cube?
Nobody marries.
Nobody marries the cube.
Well, okay, they're a great homemaker because they're going to keep they're going to keep your dungeon very clean. That's literally their design. That's what they're for.
They leave slime everywhere they go.
No, they don't. They eat the moss. They keep monsters out. The roach gets caught in there. It's getting dissolved. You're going to have a very clean dungeon. That's the whole point of them. That's the whole reason they exist.
So I guess marrying any of these things, I do have to like move into a dungeon. Can't they move in with me into like?
Not necessarily. Listen, you marry a beholder, they can travel the planes usually.
Yeah. Like,
you
that's
can go
what
wherever
I'm
the hell
saying,
you want.
I'm fucking
gotta marry the beholder.
Yeah, but every once in a while you have to go back home with the beholder to the plane of evil, right? And it's
so you gotta go like meet his parents.
That's like when I had to like travel back home to Michigan when I was married to Dez, you know? And that's pretty much the plane of evil, as far as I can tell.
Just compare your ex-wife to a beholder.
Well, she only had the 2 eyes, so
Got it.
She definitely couldn't polymorph.
Which were the spells that she had?
Oh no! Don't look.
Okay,
I have a different question.
I regret asking that.
That's not a good question to ask someone about their ex-wife.
I'm sorry.
Climb stairs? Are they like Deluxe? Because most dungeons, whenever you run into a cube, it's just in a hallway.
They can climb stairs.
Oh,
Yeah. They definitely can climb stairs.
I can see them maybe like sliding down them, but I don't know if they could go up them.
I ruined Boogie, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh, the thoughts that came to mind. Because here's the thing: if she had two powers, it would have been the ability to love and the ability to
everybody.
the ability to love and the ability to cook. Okay, those are the two things she was really, really good at.
Right,
Okay.
But I didn't want to say what was real. I wanted to say something the most inappropriate things I could come up with because that's the joke,
Of course.
And so I had to immediately shut the fuck up because I was like, "Ooh, what would be the most inappropriate thing?" And,
No, that was the correct instinct. That was a mistake on my part. I should not have asked that.
Do not set him up like that, Jacob. I will knock them down.
We'll knock him down. You know him.
You know me. And I won't mean any of it, but the internet doesn't give a shit what you mean. They just give a shit what you say, right?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I should have thought about that. That's
Any other weird question?
Oh, do you want another?
Yeah,
Well,
give us another.
let's do a video game question.
Yeah, let's
Can we
do
do a video
let's
game
get normal
question?
with it. Let's get normal with it.
All right. So, we've talked a lot about how much we love Apex Legends. Is there anything you don't like about Apex Legends?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, that's a shame. You really should.
That's what I don't like about it.
It's really good.
That's my fault. It's not Apex Legends' fault.
I kind of
It's
wish
a
it had been.
design flaw.
Since most of those games had been having squads of 4, it was interesting that they went down to squads of 3 because I feel like a lot of people are losing a 4th person, but I like 3 because I tend to have at least one friend I can play with, and I can deal with one rando, and so that's a better system.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the characters, like the robot guy, just don't really seem to fit into like the multiplayer aspect. I get that people can use his zip lines and stuff, but his hook doesn't really do anything for anybody, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that I'm going to love every legend they ever make. And I guess I would be cool if it was 100 players instead of 60. I don't know why they went with 60 instead of 100. So more people would have been fine, but less.
I do actually know why they went with that. It was limitations of the game engine.
Oh, okay.
They have said specifically they want to get to 100 people, but right now the way the game works, they have to stop where they're at because of limitations of the game engine.
And I'm so a little sad. A little
100 is not divisible by 3, but 60 is.
What? Maybe actually, because you could have done 99 though. It's divisible by 3.
No,
but
Tetris 99 does 99.
Right. But I will say
they do 100. You're the 100.
Are you?
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
It's 99.
And I was originally disappointed there weren't mechs, but now I'm glad there's not.
I mean, they definitely could do like a map in the future that does include mechs or something like that, which would be really interesting. One of the things I dislike about Apex Legends is the balance of some of the guns. I understand this will get evened out over the the course of them working on the game, but stuff like the Mozambique is actually like unplayable. You just don't pick that gun up. So like I don't like that there are several guns that are so much worse than other guns. I wish it was a little more even and you could focus on preference of gun. I don't like shooting the Hemlock very much, for example, but I love the Flatline, and I'll go entire games where I won't find a single Flatline, but I'll find a dozen Hemlocks. And I don't like that aspect of the game very much.
I do love the power of that auto shotty though, but the Peacemaker is insane.
Yeah, Peacemaker's nuts. Yep. That's one of the other things is how good that gun is in most situations. It's good.
Those sound like video game guns to me.
Yeah, I don't know much about guns. I'm learning for Apex Legends because I actually really like it. So,
yeah, no, it's really good.
Anybody? So are either of you guys going to play Metro Exodus by chance?
I wasn't planning on it.
I got my review copy. Big thanks to the guys at Metro for sending that out. They also sent an actual gas mask, but they told me not to use it as an actual gas mask. So it's just
okay. I was gonna say,
but
is that like a threat?
It's like it really is a gas mask. Like I think it works, but they said it doesn't, but it looks real.
It does not work. I don't know. I think it might.
They're like for display only, and I'm like, this would suck to display. I'm saving this for the chemical attacks, assholes. But that said. It does look really interesting. It's and I appreciate the code. That's why I want to talk about it a little bit. I haven't started it yet, but it does look like their take on Fallout because it's, out of the tunnels, out of the metros and into the world. And so it looks a little slow paced, and I watched Jim Sterling's review on it. So I think that's kind of tainted my opinion on it so far because it does look very slow, very, very slow. But looks like it's a fun open world kind of thing. So I don't know if I should be playing that this week or Far Cry New Hope on stream this week or Apex Legends or start early on Anthem. What am I supposed to... Why did 100 games come out in a week? What happened?
Here's my answer for you, Boogie. You're a fairly wealthy man. Just multi-box it. Play all of them at once.
I thought
yourself playing all of the new games at the same time.
I mean, I could probably do it. I get one on the Switch here, one on the PlayStation, one on the Xbox, and one on PC. And I don't know. I could probably stream that all. I need a couple more Elgatos.
Switch with your feet.
Yeah, I don't know how I could. Right.
Not to go back to Apex Legends, did anybody see the one-armed man who got a champion win with on Apex Legends?
Oh, yeah, that's rad.
With his left hand and then his right leg. It's fucking great. You should go look up
awesome.
the video.
I need to go check
What
that
controller
out.
was he using?
A PlayStation 4 controller. I think he probably was playing on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
but I'm not 100% sure. But you can see he was live streaming it, and you can see the controller.
Because
I can't remember the guy's name right now.
Microsoft has that
Accessibility
controller. It's amazing, right? Like it's straight up amazing. Yeah, because I thought the Elite controller was accessible. Dude, that thing is completely nuts. So I love that thing. So I was hoping it was playing on that. They did a Super Bowl ad. Did you see their Super Bowl ad?
No,
it was really good. It was all about the accessibility contrler because they don't have any video.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they don't have any video games, so they can't make it about that.
They could have talked about Crackdown,
right? And so they bought and basically they showed some kids, with special needs kids with different issues and how they all could play Xbox. And they did tie it into Fortnite a little bit too because Fortnite Apex Legends had not fully taken over yet. And so it was shown it's really important to me to play with my friends because I have a lot of trouble going outside and doing the stuff that the other kids do. But we can always play video games, and video games are life, right? And I was like, oh my God, this is the Microsoft I love. This is the company
Way to go.
I love. Microsoft. It's so good. Now, if you would make some video games for those kids to play with that controller, that would be swell. That would be great. I mean, I do know
play
that
Crackdown.
Yeah,
they can play Crackdown.
I could play games other people made.
Can they play? What was that? The man. Why can't I remember the word here? The pinball game that used to come on your old Windows 95.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that
Space
game.
Pinball.
Space Pinball.
Yeah.
They're gonna make an Xbox version only of Space Pinball, and it's going to be exactly like the 1994 version.
No. Make it Space Pinball 99. It's their answer to Tetris 99. It's Pinball Battle Royale.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So
the board is just a giant circle, and you have flippers, and there's 99 balls flying around.
And you have to not have the ball fall into your spot.
Your thing, exactly. You've got to defend it.
We can't release this episode now because we have to code this.
You broke the mold, Ellis.
I love game design. Okay.
Man, I want to play this. Somebody hire me to make Pinball Battle Royale.
Okay, imagine Street Fighter Battle Royale mode. Okay, so you literally have 99 Street Fighter fights going on all at once, or however many, right? Like 50. And then when you win, you go on to fight another guy with some advantages and disadvantages. And then it's like a super fast tournament mode for fighting games. Ed Boon, put this in Mortal Kombat 11. Make a Battle Royale version of Mortal Kombat 11. So you just all queue up, all 100 of you, and then you all fight. And then it's like a super fast tournament. And then you can watch the person who beat you go on to the finals. So it's a super quick way to do a tournament with 100 other people. Oh my God.
Are you still fighting one-on-one?
Yeah, we just start off fighting. Yeah, because, I mean, we don't have a good fighting game that allows you to do that. If we did, I mean, where's that fighting game? Because
in Mortal Kombat, you're just on a level plane, right?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Like different angles or anything like that. So just make it real long.
It's just very long?
Yeah. So you're
everyone on the same,
one guy or whatever, and then Scorpion just whips you from the back and pulls you into a completely different fight.
And then put Shaggy in it.
And then put Shaggy in it.
That was the worst meme. It was so bad.
I hate it because I love Shaggy. I love Scooby-Doo.
January
Why'd you do that? It's a boring meme. If you're gonna have Scooby-Doo memes, make them better.
Yeah, January memes are so bad this year, man. It was so bad. It's like
gotta look at the schedule, see what's coming up.
What is it about? What is it about January that just sucks? Like, they release all the bad movies in January.
Dude, everybody's just like bummed out from the previous year. So January is like a free month of everybody's bummed out. Yeah. Nobody makes anything good. That's not true. Good stuff happens in January. But the bad stuff is really bad. So it kind of overshadows it. Like the Shaggy meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough world out there.
So going back to talking about all these video games that you are swamped with playing.
Right. Oh yeah, it's such a problem. You want to talk about the definition of first world problems? Hey, I only got codes for 2 of those games. I got to buy the rest, man. That's like $200 out of my.
There are so many good games to play.
And I have to pay for some of them.
And I have to travel this week. If you're listening to this podcast and you live in Southern California and you want to go to Southern California Retro Gaming Expo, I will be there along with the Angry Video Game Nerd and Black Nerd Comedy and the Completionist and all kinds of great people, and I would love to have you there. And I will be there for a couple of days. I'm doing a signing. I'm doing a panel. I'll be playing video games. And I might sneak off, if I get a chance, I might go to Universal for the night. So you might see me there. I'm gonna try.
What are you gonna go see at Universal?
Whatever I can get to in the short amount of time I'll have. My friend Adam the Woo has made plans to be in that area about that time, so he.
Oh, that's perfect. He's like the greatest tour guide for any theme park ever.
Yeah, because he's the one that took us through Disney. It was amazing. So I'll get a Universal vlog out of it probably, and then the convention vlog. And and nobody will watch this because nobody cares about my vlogs. But I like making them. So
I'll watch them.
I'll watch them.
I'll watch them. I'm gonna miss you. Aww. So you're gonna be gone through the weekend, so we won't even see you on the weekend.
So I'll tell you this, guys. Since normally I film on Sunday, if you guys are listening to this part of the podcast, let us know in the comment section on Twitter, elsewhere. Do you want these boys to try to find a third to film that week? Do you want them to do it on their own and see what that is like? Let us know. You guys are the people we make this podcast for. We'll post this question on the Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/the Big Stack Podcast, or leave the comment here, or let us know on Twitter at the Big Breakfast Twitter feed or my Twitter feed. You can stop in at twitch.tv/big_breakfast during the week to come and tell these guys what you want them to do.
We stream all throughout the week. If you're stopping by that Patreon, or if you are interested in the Patreon but you're not a donor, let us know what kind of patron content you would like to see, because
we want to make more of it.
We want to make that stuff, but we kind of need a direction. We want to know what you guys want to see.
Yeah, we've talked about doing for additional stuff for the channel, since you guys are funding the channel. We talked about taking that Patreon money, going to buy some movie tickets, coming back and doing movie reviews. As we've done on my main channel a few times. All doing like a book club kind of situation with a small indie game. Hey, let's all try this indie game and then do like a 20-minute breakdown, talk about it. And you guys can play that game too. Then we'll talk about the game we're going to play next time, so you guys can all download it on mobile. You can download it on PC. You can download it on whatever system we all have together and try it. Do you want us to do sex tapes? Do you want us to have sex on each other? And
I want boogie lewds.
I think
not nudes. That's crass. That's not okay. Keep it classy. Just
now wait a second. What's the difference between a lewd and a nude? I thought a lewd
not was nude and a lewd.
Wait, you're not?
Nope. You're just lewd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this lewd? Hey guys.
It's something.
Don't give it away for free, Boogie. Gotta have something to put on the page.
Join our Patreon for more pictures like this.
What if that was our Patreon content, was just various pictures of Boogie doing that face?
Oh, somebody brings up an interesting point in chat. Super Saiyan Solid Snack. Snack? Not Snake. Name. Snack. That's a good name. All nudes are lewd, but not all lewds are nude. Now, I will go on to say that not all nudes are lewds. I have seen tasteful nudes that were not lewd.
That were not lewd? Well, now that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. Okay,
to me specifically, DM it to me.
I have a question. Is the bodies exhibit a nude or a lewd?
Oh, see, I think that's an example of nude, but not lewd.
Are you talking about like the medical one where they've got like all the corpses on display and like slivers of brains and crap?
Right.
Yeah, and they all have their genitals out. Every one of them.
A lot of them do have.
They're all like playing ping pong, and there's just like balls hanging there. Who has their balls out while they're playing ping pong? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm not offended by the balls. Just you generally wear shorts.
Would you? Here's a question. What do you want done with your body when you die? That's the question.
The bodies exhibit.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
I want
Like
a cooler bodies exhibit.
dude, like take all my skin off or whatever and put me in a NASCAR. Something.
Put me
Right.
in a NASCAR.
Right. I have thought about this quite a bit, and I want the usable parts of my body.
Okay.
Depending on how I die, different parts might be usable. But like my eyes, they're not very good, but they might use them. Can't have my teeth; those are gone.
I like feel like
Right.
Ball
My heart is pretty much wrecked. My lungs might be worth having. But I will tell you this: there's plenty of skin for skin grafts, so you can have that. Okay. But whatever is done after that, give it to cannibals.
Give it to cannibals.
Give it to cannibals. Right? Because I don't care what happens to it. I honestly don't.
Sure.
Because I'm dead. I can't care anymore, okay? That's the definition of dead. So, give it to cannibals.
Do you think that the government's out there trying to find usable meat to give to the cannibals?
I don't know.
This is like a To Catch a Predator thing, right? Where like
Oh.
you post online and you're
They
like,
use
yeah, I've
you
got
as
all this
bait.
human meat. It's totally legal. Do you want it? And that's how you catch all the
Totally
fucking
legal.
cannibals.
I just think I would be delicious.
Free legal human meat.
I think
They just
because
paint it on the side of their van.
because number one, a lot of people think fat people don't have a lot of muscle. Well, I got to carry all this fat around, so there's going to be plenty of muscle, but it's also going to kind of be like veal, baby, because because there's that fat on the top of it protecting it, and then underneath. Oh my God, a cannibal is going to hear this, and he's going to come and kill me.
Boogie, I need to get you a shirt that just says wrecked veal.
Wait, do you have any
I'm with
tattoos, Boogie? Boogie,
What?
do you have any tattoos?
No, because but Jeffrey Dahmer did say that he once
Yeah.
ate a person with a tattoo, and it spoiled the meat for him. So if you are listening to right now and you are afraid of cannibals eating you one day, get a visible face tattoo.
Won't
That'll
they just
solve it.
like pick around it though? Like
What do you-
at
that's
least
what-
pick the-
No, it taints the whole thing.
You gotta tattoo. You gotta be the illustrated man if you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to really protect yourself from cannibals.
Because
Yeah, you ever see mumble rappers? That's what they're doing.
right,
They're all scared of
afraid of cannibals.
when you get a face tattoo, it solves two distinct problems. Number one, cannibals will not eat you, and number two, no one will hire you. So it's a really good deal.
Right.
That second one definitely a problem. Also, like some cannibals may not care. They may just be like, I'll eat shitty meat. I don't care. I mean, like, I eat McDonald's burgers, and that's probably the equivalent of, like, eating a person with a tattoo.
Yeah, that's probably right, actually. I think that's a convenience thing. Do you ever go out of your way to eat McDonald's, though? Because you got to really, if you're a cannibal, you got to
That's
really go out of your way to eat.
That's true.
Basically every time.
Yeah, basically every time you do have to go there. And I don't ever go out of my way to eat that. What does a vegetarian cannibal eat?
Well, what a question. I saw that in chat, too.
Oh, maybe like hair?
That's still a product.
Oh, my God. Wait,
Well,
what
okay,
if
but vegetarians still care about eating animal products. They just won't eat meat.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just vegan that
They
want to
eat
eat.
like human
products.
cheese. They eat hair. I don't know if there's any nutrients in hair. So
I
maybe there's no real
don't know
splitting.
that I've ever heard the phrase human cheese before.
Yeah?
And I know for a fact I never want to hear it again.
Why'd you say it?
You guys are the ones that brought up vegetarian cannibals, okay? They're making human cheese.
Yeah.
That's
Human
what they're
cheese
doing.
comes from human milk.
And I guess the only thing that sets a vegetarian cannibal apart from a regular cannibal is that they eat human cheese. Because other than that, they probably just eat broccoli. Right?
Broccoli, but like, they have they like have a person hold it in their hand for a while to like
okay. Get the essence.
the human essence in the broccoli.
I don't know. That would be weird because that would be like, yeah, I'm a vegetarian, but I rub steaks on all my celery before I eat it.
Yum.
But that might actually be good.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be very vegetarian.
That's a good way to get celery into me. Wrap
Wait,
it up
you-
in steak.
That's a good
Wrap
way
it
to
up in
get
steak.
celery
Yeah.
into me. I'll put that on my list of ways to get celery into you.
I've got a whole list going
Yeah, it's expansive.
in case
Check
of
my blog,
emergencies.
What are the other ways?
boogieCelery.blog.
Well, if we tell them to you,
Nobody will read the blog.
you'll be guarded from them.
Celery is the crackdown 3 of vegetables.
as a person who likes celery, I can't disagree with you.
It's okay. It is a vegetable. You can consume it.
I didn't think anybody liked celery. I thought they just tolerated it.
I
some
like
people
celery.
are intolerant of celery, and some people are okay with celery.
No. I like celery. Celery is good.
It's good with peanut butter and raisins.
It's good with a lot of stuff. It's got a nice crunch.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have teeth anymore, so I can't eat things with a nice crunch. But
Right.
Now I want potato chips really bad, though. Yum.
Hence the list of how we are going to get celery into you.
Right?
Well, you're going to have to soften it.
None of them require you
Sometimes.
to chew
Are
it.
any of them...
Some of them require us to chew it.
Are any of them my butt?
Some of them are your butt.
Some of them involve the
I
elements
knew
of
it.
surprise.
That's why I wanted to know.
Okay.
Well, that is very surprising to put celery in a man's butt.
It's for nutritional value.
We just got to get it right to the digestive tract.
Do we have one last weird question to end on? Do we?
I don't know
do you
if
got
it's gonna get
anything?
weirder than this.
I don't know that it's going to be weirder than this. It's going to be hard to top this.
Celery suppository. It was just typed in the chat by Luna Eclipse. He says celery suppository. There is a depository for celery suppositories.
Are you the depository for celery suppositories?
I think, but I've seen Boogie's car. He has that bumper sticker. It
Yeah,
says,
it says-
I am.
I am
The
the
depository.
depository for celery suppositories.
I am the depository for celery suppositories. Now listen to my story. It's quite a tale.
Is this your audio book?
Thanks, man. That's going to be a
Chapter
good
one.
clip. I can't wait to post
I
that
don't think
one.
you can have a question that's any weirder than this.
No,
We should just
I was going to
kill
say,
it.
I'm
No,
not
we're
asking.
done.
Just
I'm
kill
not
it,
asking
yeah.
you another question.
Nothing else.
Hey guys,
This is the end.
you have wasted 1 hour of your life listening to the Big Stack Podcast, episode 9?
8.
Eight.
I have 8
Episode
written down.
8.
Big 8. The crazy
The
8.
celery episode. What do we call?
celery
We didn't even
episode.
talk about Anthem before we leave. I want to talk about Anthem real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anthem's
okay.
At the end, I'll put that in the time codes. Anthem's
Right.
at the end.
Real quick about Anthem, they finally let the early access thing happen, so we finally got to look at chance to look at the microtransactions, and they are not
Right.
as egregious as we thought they were going to be. And I just thought that would be worth
that's good.
noticing. They are selling skins for like $8, but here's the thing, and this is super important. Okay, there are epic skins currently selling for $8.40 or so. Okay, those are epic skins. There are 2 levels of rarity in this game above epic. There's like legendary and masterwork. Okay, so theoretically, an epic skin will cost less than a masterwork or a legendary skin will cost. So I do think we're still going to see $20 skins in that game, just not currently. The store refreshes in 9 days. If you don't buy the epic skins today, you won't be able to buy them in 9 days. You won't be able to buy the textures. So, they are doing the fear of missing out thing to get you to buy that stuff. But then on top of that, when it refreshes, we might see our first legendary skin and get an idea of how much that's going to cost. But go into Anthem knowing one very real thing. Amongst all the other things you should know, that the gameplay got improved a little bit, the stability got improved a little bit, the storyline is interesting from a handful of things I've seen from people playing it so far. Aside from that, you should know they have monetized this game quite a bit. And if you're expecting to unlock those items via the grind, go in knowing that they increased the grind from that original screenshot. It takes even longer. It takes more gold to grind it out than it would have from that initial screenshot. So that got worse, where the physical prices got better, the actual cash prices. So just know that going into Anthem. I'm going to play it a little bit more this week, and I'll live stream it, and you guys can watch it. We'll make a video about it, and we can really get into the details. So,
But all of that stuff is cosmetic. They're not locking any of the gameplay affecting things behind a paywall.
Bingo.
I mean, other than the $60 paywall of
Exactly.
buying the game.
Okay. That's good.
So like, while it is could possibly be egregiously priced, you can just not interact with those transactions if you don't want to.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That-
you
that
can
makes me
still
feel better
fully
about it.
play the game. And it's not loot boxes. There is the fear of waiting thing, but it's not loot boxes. So if you open up the store and you're like, damn, there's a skin there that I really like. It's a bit pricey, but I do really like it and I have the money. I'll go ahead and buy it.
Exactly.
And then you have it. And then that's it. And they don't take it away from you. You just have it now. Forever.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that sounds good.
maybe it is egregiously priced, but you do get the thing you're looking for and it doesn't affect gameplay at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm in.
All right, that said, I'm going to go try Anthem probably tonight. So,
fancy.
Guys, you've been listening to the Big Stack Podcast. Thanks again. Do not put celery in your butt. You can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/the Big Stack Podcast. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/the Big Stack Podcast. You can visit these boys as they stream during the week at twitch.tv/big_breakfast, and I hope that you do. And of course, I am Boogie298. You can find me anywhere you want to. Pretty much, I'm on that platform. I still have a
You can
MySpace.
find that guy at the grocery store.
I still have a MySpace.
He's in the organic section.
Do you post music on it?
That's the only thing you can put on it now, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
it's
asking.
so
I want to
depressing.
go. I want to go hear your tunes.
It's just Linkin Park crawling in my skin over and over and over again, 300 times. Guys, thanks for watching. We love you very much, and we'll speak with you again soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.